The Green Eyed Bandits, Funk Lord, Word Up in full effect. And I'm running things here on Rap City, Word Up. Peace, I'm going for the 9 track.
Yo, check this out, man.
Give it to me. 87, and I still been making hits, and it's going on 94, and I'm still doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's only me and Dr. Dre, I can say that that's in my category like that, as far as longevity is concerned, as a rapper. I've been here so long and still continuously keep doing it. So I'm happy for that.
Get it hot, the kids from up the block with this with your boom box. From the boom down to my house on the rap round. To make waves down the road. Did you want to get in mine? Prime time. You got me illin', so hit me with her. I'll bring it back. Once that one's cracked, damn it's been 5 years. Kids are still on my Bozak. Chopping P, clocking P when I'm rocking C. You don't Paris Smith, the way you're rocking me. You just don't wanna be, you wanna be me. Self-fulfilling. It's your thing, get the Dutch G. No time to battle, I'm F that. Push the maximum level. Smell the smoke from my white flag. I'm out of here. You to the hardcore. Bringing the hook with that cut like a chain tool.
I was having problems with it because my whole group, participation in the group was, I really slacked as far as business was concerned. It wasn't benefiting me, and I wasn't getting my just due at all. And it was causing major problems. And nobody in the other posses ever spoke out. Doc never spoke out, Soul never spoke out, and he was getting it the most. He was getting choked the most out of everybody. No, yeah, he's on death row now.
Oh, he's on death row.
Yeah. So now it's like, you know, after that, I mean, I think that people asking the question, like, yo, they don't understand, you know, why EPMD break up? Nobody wanted it to happen. Just like nobody wanted the Cosby show to go off. Yeah. Nobody wanted God to break up. Nobody wanted Ice Cube to leave NWA. Yeah. But the good thing is this must come to an end. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it just happens like that.
Do you speak to
No, I haven't spoke to him in about 9 months.
Yeah. Yeah. So you both are just on to your own.
Yeah. I'm happy this way anyway. As long as I'm happy this way, even if I didn't sell no records, I still found myself, and I still was able to control my destiny. My destiny wasn't in my hands with the group. He controlled everything, and I trusted him to control it. So I mean, it wasn't like I didn't tell him to do it. I did tell him, you know, from back then, and it was already programmed in me. But then I had to wake up, like, yo, wake up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your whole life, you ain't gonna know nothing because you trusted somebody, so you ain't learning the business, you ain't learning about the taxes or nothing. You ain't learning nothing. You learning about money, about how to manage nothing. You ain't gonna never know it. So I had to wake up.
Was there at one point, one incident that made you go, wait?
It's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I used to get it off the street. My parents, my friends. Erick, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. I was always behind. In interviews, I never talked. I was magazines, you never see me with no quotes, no nothing. I was always behind. Nobody knew what I did except Ron. They didn't know if I did production. They don't know if I was involved at that point. For them part, I was just the guy that was in the group. I was just stupid. I didn't know nothing, and I was just like this there. They had no idea until the Redman LP came out, and that was just showed everything right there, and that's what showed that, you know, oh my God, yo, Erick Sermon, because I had no light. I never talked. I never did. This is my first time talking because I'm solo. I don't have a partner for, hey, okay, you talk for me. I can't, I gotta do it myself now. Shaquille O'Neal album is 700,000, and I really hooked that up real good. Even though that, you know, you won't look at Shaquille as being, you know, a rapper, but he do got skills. And it's at 700,000, so that's quote unquote. And plus Reebok is taking my record, and Pepsi's taking it. And plus, you know, I did Boss, Run DMC, Illegal, Redman, Erick Sermon, EPMD, Shades of Lingo, En Vogue, Queen Latifah, Freddie Jackson, Terry Riley. Keep going, though. There's a whole bunch of us. And this the new stuff ain't come out yet. That's coming out in the new year that you'll hear about.
tell us, you said you were in the studio last night with
Yeah,
Heavy D.
Heavy D last night. Oof, the record came out real good last night. And just finished up, so Heavy D's album is done. But, like, used to talk to Terry Riley all the time, be like, just telling them, like, what does he do to stay on top? He's like, music is his life. And even if he has to produce a Menudo record, as long as he was involved and people accepted his sound, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like, to look back and be like, you know what, man, I did that. Not the money purposes, just to be like the respect and just the credibility that I was involved of taking care of these artists and help their career boost to another level. That's without credibility. So, until you asked me how long I was going to be around, I say, well, how old is Quincy Jones? So if Quincy Jones is 50, well, I'm going to be to 50, The music produces my life. That's what I like doing. I like to see people's expressions like, oh my God, yo, that stuff you did for so-and-so, yo, that's fat.
Is my name, my spell, things to the clientele, yo, I rock well. I'm not an MC who talking all that junk about who can be who. Sound like a song. I just get down and I go for mine. Say check 1, 2.
Some of the samples that you used are really traditional hip-hop kind of samples that you keep going back to.
Yeah,
Zap and James Brown.
Zap, I got to go back. That's going to be there every year. And as long as they understand that's my sound. When nobody understands, yo, Terry Riley, why is he a genius because he makes dope records, or he a genius because he used the same sound in everybody's record, but he still gets gold and platinum hits? That's the whole difference. I call him a musical genius. It's like somebody tell me, yo, Erick Sermon's incredible because no matter what, I use that same sound, but it's mine. And when you get tired of putting in the jazz and the drum tempos, I want to hear, Roger. I'm going to put the Erick Sermon tape in because I know that's what I'm going to hear. It's different. So that's what people enjoy that. So that's what happens. So I keep my sound and it just keep working. I ain't going to, break something if it ain't broken. You know what I'm saying? I got to, that's my bread and butter, then that's what I'm going to keep using until the world tell me, okay, enough. But if they ain't going to tell me enough, I'm going to keep hitting it.
There was a certain partnership in terms of production before, and now everything was up to you.
It wasn't hard as far as my production skills because music is second nature to me as far as making beats. But at one point I was like, yo, Dad, I wonder how is the world gonna. I was more afraid was the world gonna accept me by myself. Can Erick Sermon rap a whole record by himself? Will we get tired of hearing him by himself or what? You know what I'm saying? But then after I did that Who's the Man soundtrack with hitting switches, that showed it all. That was the end of it then. And I was like, oh my God, you hit an Erick Sermon record? So from right there, it got my bass like, yo, boom. People were still like, okay, he got lucky on that. But then when the album came up, it was over.
No pressure. What is that?
That was the whole thing.
To?
After I found myself, I just realized, yo, tag, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy. I understand that, yo, I can learn this stuff, the business, and I can learn how to control and manage my own money and control my own career. And I would notice that, I was happy, and I was just, I was happy making my music happily. So I was writing my rhymes happily, and everything was coming like that. I mean, there was no pressure whatsoever. I wasn't home like, yo, I gotta get a record. It was just coming, and coming, and coming, and coming, and coming. Next thing you know, I had 15 records. And I was like, yo, press it. No pressure at all. So, but it's definitely out of control, this whole rap thing, because it's not even a rap, it turned into a fad now. As far as how we gotta look. Do we have to have boots? Do we have to have Timberlands? Do we have to wear black? Do we have to have hardcore gear on? Yeah. So when the fad came in, R&B took it. Every rapper that came in took it. I must carry a gun, I must smoke a blunt, I must do that. This is what's got to be in. That's not from here. That's a fad. And that's not what rap is, what hip-hop is. That's a fad running. We changed the whole era of hip-hop to a fad. Because if we want to be hardcore, we must scream. We must have the grill on. We must, you know what I'm saying? That's not the way it is. And I'm glad that Tupac changing it. I'm glad that Domino's changing it. I'm glad Snoop Doggy Dogg is changing it. I'm glad I'm here to be real with mine. And I'm glad that Q's still keeping it real. Heavy D knew obviously he gonna bring his thing back to real. And I hope people that from the old school bring it back. And that's what it's gonna be. You see what's coming back. All the old school stuff is coming back. Cause that's just the true rap and the true music. Forget all that fast stuff. The true people, when the big dogs is coming back into effect and showing what this is what rap really is. And everybody's gonna understand that next year they should be worried about if they're gonna be around. I'm telling you, it's all about longevity.